Okay, very good morning to all. So even in the last class, we discussed about how to calculate the velocity. How to calculate the velocity using some different equations. Whether it may be Manning's formula, whether it may be Buggin's formula. So different formulas yesterday we discussed. So today, same equations should be used to calculate the velocity. First, I will going to take up two problems. These are all the problems came from previous question papers. I am selected only two problems. Rest of the remaining problems, it is available in my notes. Okay? Nice. So, the first problem is like this. Calculate the velocity of flow in the sewer of dia 100 centimeter laid at slope of 1 in 1000. 1 in 1000. Then what will be the discharge? We want to calculate the discharge also when running off. So running off means you take a sewer, running off means off of the sewer, the wastewater will be flowing. Running off. Running off. Full. Off portion will be the flowing. So, assume suitable data. Assume suitable data. So, first, even in the last class also, number of times I mentioned, not only in my subjects, any subject you take. So, first you go through the problems, then what are all the data to be given in the problem. First, you have to list out the data, then you can proceed. It is very easy to solve the problem. So, as usual, I wrote what are all the data given in this problem. D equals 1 meter. The dia of the pipe is 1 meter. The slope is 1 in 1000. 1 in 1000. This is also given in the problem. So, slope means S equals 1 by 1000. It can be converted into in this form. That is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay. Next, what will be the discharge? Mean to say, so even in the problem, according to the problem, we have to calculate the discharge. That is nothing but Q. Okay. Discharge with running off full. Running off full. And assume suitable data. What are all the remaining data if you want as per the standards, you can assume it. Because according to the problem, what he says, in this conduit or pipe, only off portion of the wastewater will be flowing in off portion of this dia. Dia is 1 meter, already is given. So, how to start this problem? After writing all the data, so we know the diameter. According to the problem, 1 meter is given. How to calculate the area? First, we have to calculate the area because the conduit is circular in nature. What is how to calculate the area for circular conduits? Pi d square by 4. First, I am taking pi d square by 4. If you want to calculate the area of this conduit, equation is A equals pi d square by 4. So, I substitute what all the data is given in the problem, that is pi into 1 square divided by 4. Finally, I can get 0.785 meter square. Area is this much. Next, so according to the problem is mentioned very clearly, running off full, not full, running off full. So, to calculate this, A by 2, area divided by 2, because off portion will be flowing. If you want to calculate the area of this flowing, A by 2, area divided by 2. Already we are calculating the area, that is 0.785 divided by 2. Finally, we can get 0.393 meter square. Are you clear or not? So, after calculating this area, next we can use the Manning's equation. What the Manning's equation says, so even in the last class we discussed about this Manning's equations. So, according to the Manning's equation, the equation is V is equal to 1 by N into small r to the power of 2 by 3 multiplied by S to the power of half. or 1 by 2. So we know all the data according to the given and according to the calculation. So this values can be substituted in this Manning's equation. So 1 by n means that is nothing but n is equal to slope. Slope already is given in the problem. So that is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Sorry, not minus. So I am taking as usual 1 by 0. N value is 0.013 into small r radius. So that is d by 4 into the d by 4 to the power of 2 by 3. And yes, we know the value of s, that is already we know because it is given in the problem. That is 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3 whole to the power of half. So finally I can get the value of v equals the velocity v is equal to 0.965 meter per second. Clear? After calculating the velocity, according to the problem, we have to calculate the discharge also. What do you mean by discharge? That is nothing but Q. Q is equal to how much? We know the equation to calculate the discharge. Q is equal to area into velocity. We know the area, already we are calculating because according to the problem, the flowing is half full. Half full. Okay. And also, velocity also we are already calculating. V is equal to 0.965 meter per second. Hence, automatically you substitute the values to that equation, that is Q is equal to A into V. So, value of A, that is 0.393 multiplied by 0.965. So, finally, I can get the discharge 0.3794 meter cube per second. Are you clear or not? Okay. Very simple problem and also it is very easy to analyze or solve. So first you have to, what all the data is given in the problem, you have to list out first and according to the problems, what you want to calculate. Clear? That thing also you can write it like this. Finally, so even in the last class we discussed about what are the equations available for calculating the velocity of velocity. So either it may be Manning's formula, either it may be Buggin's formula, either it may be Kutter's equations. So according to the what are the data available, according to that we can use this. Normally in all the times all are going to use this Manning's equation only. Manning's equation only to calculate the velocity. So after calculating the velocity, it is very easy to calculate the discharge. So area easily we can calculate because he has to compulsorily given the area of flowing. Either it may be half full, either it may be full area of the conduit. Hence automatically the size of the conduit should be given. So it is given, easily you can calculate the area of the flowing. Area of the flowing or this area of the conduit. After knowing this, easily you can solve this problem using Manning's equation. We can calculate the velocity. Area we know, velocity we know. So automatically you can calculate the discharge. Q is equal to A into V. Very simple equation. Q is equal to A into V. A means area, V is equal to velocity. So already calculate the area and finally we are using Manning's equation, we can calculate the velocity. You can multiply both the values, finally we can get the discharge. So this is one problem. According to this problem, only half full is flowing. Okay, and at the same time, I will going to take one more problem. That is, instead of half full, in this problem, the full area of the conduit, the wastewater will be flowing. Okay, let's see. Calculate the velocity means we have to calculate the velocity V should be calculated according to this problem. Discharge, we have to calculate Q also. And Cheggy's coefficient for a stoneware sieve running full. In this problem, running off, but in this problem, running full. The dia of sieve is 150 mm and it is laid at a gradient is 1 in 60. In the previous problem, the gradient is 1 in 1000, but in this problem 1 in 60. Are you clear? Next, assume n value equals 0.013 in Manning's formula. So according to this problem, the wastewater will be flowing in full, not half. The dia of the conduit that is given, that is 150 mm. Clear? The first case half full, second case full, running full. Okay. So according to the problem, slope is given, that is I am taken, S is equal to 1 in 60, 1 by 60. Dia of the pipe is also given, that is 150 mm or 0.15 meter. Okay. Next, n value is given. That is 0.013. So we have to calculate velocity and as well as discharge. Clear? So to calculate this, I am using this equation. Small m is equal to A by P. A means area by perimeter. Perimeter of the pipe. Area means pi d square by 4. Perimeter pi d. So here pi d cancel because it is square. That's why finally d by 4. Clear? Next, using Manning's equation, what it says, V is equal to 1 by n into small r to the power of 2 by 3 multiplied by 1 by s to the power of 1 by 2. So we know the values of all these Manning's equation. So discharge also we have to calculate. For calculating the discharge, we know the equation because already we know in the previous problem, that is Q is equal to A into V. So first, if you want to calculate the discharge, we have to calculate the area because this is circular in nature. That's why to calculate the area, the equation is pi d square by 4. So I am taking this pi d square by 4. D means we know the dia of the pipe. So that is 150 mm or 0.15 meter. 0.15 meter square divided by 4. Finally, the area equals 0.018 meter square. Clear? It is running full. That's why I am taking straightly. In the previous problem, it is half running full. In that situation, we have to divide it by 2 because only half portion will be flowing. But in this case, full portion will be flowing. That's why there is no calculate this or there is no question of using this divided by 2. Clear? Next, after calculating this velocity and as well as area. So I am substituting for calculating the velocity for the Manning's equation. So this is, what it means, 1 by 0.013, that is the value of n multiplied by 0.15 divided by 4 whole to the power of 2 by 3. Whole to the power of 2 by 3. Okay. Next, multiplied by 1 by 100. So this is not 4. This is what it is. What is the value of small r? small r, that is nothing but d by 4. D by 4 already we are calculating. So, what is the value of d? That is 0.15, because the value of dia, d by 4, I am substituting this value and multiplied by s to the power of half. The value of s that is given in the problem, that is 1 by 60. I am taking 1 by 60 to the power of 1 by half. After calculating this, the velocity is 1.1123 meter per second. Are you clear? Next, after calculating the area, directly I can calculate the discharge. To calculate the discharge, Q is equal to A into V. So, already I am calculating area and velocity. You multiplied both the values. I am substituting both the values. Finally, I can get Q is equal to 0.02 meter cube per second. If you want to keep it in liter per second, I can use multiplied by 1000. Finally, Q equals 20 liters per second. Are you clear or not? Only two conditions will be applied in these problems. One is half full, another one is running full. One is half full, another one is running full. When the half full comes, you have to divide it by 2. You have to use, because area is half portion. That's why whatever the dia is given, divided by 2 I am doing here. But in this case, in running full, there is no question of divided by 2, because whole area should be calculated, because that is running full. Running full. I mean to say, even in full conduit or pipe, the wastewater will be flowing. In this case, only half portion of the conduit or pipe, the wastewater will be flowing. Only this is the key difference between these two problems. Are you clear or not? Okay. Next, remaining rest of the problems will be available in my notes. All the problems will be, I am taking from previous question papers. Are you clear? Even in the previous question papers. So, I solved each and every problems. What are the problems came in previous question papers. So, you can go through that easily, very simple problems. You can easily understand all those things. Next bit is variation in sewer. Next bit is variation in sewer. Otherwise you take effects of variation you take. Instead of this, effects of variation. Effects of variation. How it is affects the variation? How it affects the variation? While designing the sewer pipes, we have to grasp some points, or before going to design the sewers, we have to look after some points. What are the points? So, even in the last class we discussed about what do you mean by self-cleaning velocity and non-scouring velocity. What it means? That is minimum velocity, that is maximum velocity. If you are not maintaining this minimum velocity or maximum velocity, there will be a variations, or there will be a effects on the pipes. There will be a chances of abrasion inside the conduit. The inside the conduit or pipe, there will be a smooth surface. While moving wastewater in a conduit or pipe, it consisting of small particles or suspended particles. It depends on the velocity, it depends on the flowing speed or velocity. There will be a chances of compression of surface. Automatically it results, there is a chance of corrosion. Once it gets the corrosion, automatically there will be a life of the material will be very less. And also it obstructs the flowing of wastewater and clogging of pipes. So many effects will be taken place in the wastewater flowing in a pipe. That's why we have to maintain the self-cleaning velocity or non-covering velocity. Even in the flat area, we have to maintain at least 40 centimeter per second. This is the flow, minimum flow, self-cleaning velocity of minimum flow, 40 not meter, 40 centimeter per second. This is the, as per the standards, minimum flow we have to maintain. Clear? Minimum flow we have to maintain. Then only we can achieve self-cleaning. One condition. And another condition, even in the maximum discharge, we have to achieve the minimum self-cleaning velocity. Normally, these are all the things will be happened in the flat surfaces. If the gradient or slope is more, in that situation, it is very difficult to achieve the self-cleaning velocity. In that situation, to control that velocity, more velocity, we have to provide a manuals. Our goal is to achieve the self-cleaning velocity. Either it may be at the maximum discharge. In that situation, even in the flow is faster, I mean to say velocity is more and also discharge is also more. In that situation, we have to struggle to achieve the minimum self-purification. I mean to say minimum velocity. For that purpose only, in between, we have to provide a manual to control the maximum velocity to achieve minimum self-cleaning velocity. This is the concept of the effects of variation on pipes. The designer should consider the minimum velocity and maximum velocity or maximum discharge, or maximum velocity and maximum discharge in between to achieve the self-cleaning velocity. So based on this, the designer should design the conduit or pipe. This is the concept of the effects of variation. Okay. Next, I will pass on to design features. What do you mean by design features? Design features. There will be some of the points will be there. So according to points, we can proceed. Formation of zones. Formation of zones. Next, arrangements. Arrangement of sewer. Quantity of sewage. Velocity of flow. Velocity of flow. Next, section of sewer. Section of sewer. Last one, gradient. So, we have to achieve the minimum and maximum velocity, you have to follow all these things. So, even this formation of zones, what do you mean by formation of zones? The area to be served by the drainage system is divided into different zones. If you want to serve the area, we have to make a different zones, make it different zones. Then only we can achieve that, what do you mean by self-cleaning velocity or non-scouring velocity. Okay, the generally layouts is to be properly studied for the location of sewer. Where exactly we have to provide the sewer lines to achieve the self-cleaning or minimum and maximum velocity. So, that is the zone of formation. Second one, arrangements of sewer. What way we have to arrange the sewer? So, even in zigzag manner, we have to provide the sewers. We can't achieve the velocity, and also we are failure in achieving velocity and as well as minimum and maximum. And also we can't achieve the self-purification of wastewater, self-purification in wastewater. That is the major concept. For that purpose only, arrangement of sewer is also mandatory. Next, quantity of sewage. Once we divide the formation of zones, next we have to think it for arrangement of sewers. After arranging, we have to achieve the quantity of sewage. How much quantity of sewage can be flowing in that conduit? How to achieve the self-cleaning velocity and non-scouring velocity? I mean to say minimum velocity and maximum velocity. So, how to achieve this? So, for that purpose only, we have to calculate the quantity of sewage. In dry season, it is very difficult to achieve even though minimum velocity also or self-cleaning velocity also, even in the dry period. So, next, velocity of flow. So, already I mentioned very clearly, even in a dry period, to achieve that minimum and maximum, the flow should be 40 centimeter per second. Minimum we have to provide this according to the location, terrain and slope we have to provide. Proper slope we have to provide for achieve this. Okay. Next, section of sewer. What type of sewer should be provided in that situation? That is the major concept. In this situation, we have to provide, so even in the previous class, we discussed about what are the different sewers, shape of sewers will be available. This is the egg-shaped, new egg-shaped, such type of sewer should be provided in this situation, even in a dry period. If we provide, instead of this, we are going to provide this circular, it is very difficult to achieve the minimum and maximum velocity, even in a dry period. That's why instead of providing this circular, this type of, this shape of sewer should be provided. That is the major concept of this section of sewer. So, last one is very important, gradient. So, already we solved two problems, even in whether it may be half full or full flow of wastewater flowing in a conduit, whatever it may be. So, that is the gradient is compulsory. Without providing gradient, it is very difficult to achieve the minimum and maximum velocity or self-cleaning or non-scouring velocity. The gradient is compulsory, that is needed for easy flowing and to achieve and to maintain the minimum and maximum velocity. If it is in a flat area, the designer should think for this, majorly think for this gradient. So even in the solved two problems, even one problem you are expecting the gradient is 1 in 1000, and another one problem the gradient is 1 in 60. There is a huge variation, 1 in 60, 1 in 1000. So lot of difference is there, because according to the terrain, according to the area, so they are going to provide that gradient. So even in this design features, the gradient is major concept while designing the network, this sewer network. This is the concept of design features. Are you clear or not? So these are all the points should be keep in mind while designing the sewers. The designer has to concentrate on these points, majorly 5 to 6 points. Otherwise, it is very difficult to achieve the minimum and maximum, or simply self-cleaning velocity or non-scouring velocity. Okay, fine. Next, after this bit, I will move on to next bit, that is design of hydraulic elements. Hydraulic elements. Hydraulic elements for circular sewer. Circular sewer for flowing full and partially full. Design of hydraulic elements for circular sewer for flowing full and partially full. So, after knowing all those things, we have to think it for design of hydraulic elements, because what are all the formulas we have to use it for calculating or to achieving flowing full and partially full. So later on I will going to take even in the next class. I will going to continue even in the next class. So up to it, take care. Okay, I will going to stop at this level. Okay, fine.